the history of Kelly Green and the Eagles. So we're gonna take a look at this. Have you ever wondered when the Eagles wear Kelly Green? Here's a guide to a history of a popular shade of the and the Eagles. First off, where did the Green name even come from? As someone who has the last name, even I wasn't sure exactly. Here's the definition that Canva, oh my god, that Canva gives of the color. Shout out to Canva. That's how I make all my thumbnails. Shout out to Canva. Named after the common Irish family name Kelly. It is reminiscent of the lush green Irish landscape. It is also commonly associated with the colors of St. Patrick's Day. As for the Eagles, various different shades of what been dubbed as Kelly Green even have been used for most part of the history, beginning in 1935. It goes back to 1935, guys. The Eagles started to move away from the blue and yellow colors of the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets and introduced them their first green look. As you can see, this picture, courtesy of Gridiron's uniform database. So they went from these, to the Kelly Greens. So they banned the blue and yellow altogether in 1937. Again, various different shades of green have been dubbed Kelly Green. And rendering don't always do justice to when they looked like in real life. But take our word for it. The 1960 NFL champion Eagles wore Kelly Green. Here's a picture of Chuck Bednarik, and it celebrates the 1960 team. So there's Chuck Bednarik with the 60. So the Kelly Green, it was the darker shade of green that was used from 85 to 95, seen on white road jersey wearing Cunningham. So 1985 to 1995. So this is it in the 1990s. The Eagles was Kelly Green was a fixture for the Eagles, but under new contract owner Jeffrey Lurie. There, the Eagles oh my God, the Eagles refreshed their look in 1996, abandoning Kelly Green for what was dubbed the Midnight Green. So Midnight Green came about in 1996, and they won the very first Super Bowl, guys, in the Midnight Green. I have my Devontae Smith jersey is Midnight Green. It's a pretty good look. It's never reached the same level as popularity. So the popularity between Kelly Green and Midnight Green were never as close. Kelly Green were always leaps and bounds over Midnight Green. Whole new generation were introduced. Was introduced to Kelly Green week 1 of the 2010 season. They the Eagles wore Kelly Green throwbacks to honor the 1960 NFL champion Eagles particularly memorable game, because even though the Eagles lost to the Green Bay Packers, there's a typo here in that Green Bay Minnesota Vikings. Michael Vick is superstar. Okay, yeah, look, there's Michael Vick and a Kelly Green. Uh, wow. So that would be this was the final time, guys. That was the final time that the Eagles uh, stopped wearing the Kelly Green. That was the last time they wore Kelly Green until a decade later. That is honestly crazy. Let that sink in. Let that sink in, guys. It will be the final time. Like I said, in 2013, as the NFL became more sensitive to hand injuries, the league controversial one helmet rule. Yep, that one helmet. I remember that rule. Because of this, the Eagles really couldn't really wear Kelly Green, or did they have, or they could have worn Kelly Green jerseys, but would have not to do with their midnight green helmets, which would have looked ridiculous. That would have looked really stupid. A midnight green helmet with a Kelly Green jersey, that would look really, really stupid. So, however, the rule was lifted prior to the 2022 season that didn't end up bringing in time for the Eagles to have Kelly Green helmets and uniforms ready for the 2023 season, particularly um, stemming from the COVID-19 pandemic. Kelly Green has returned as an alternate in 2023 for 2 games. Like I said before, alternate games, now they can wear them 4 times this year. The Eagles were first in a 31-17 win over the Miami Dolphins in Week 7 of Sunday Night Football. Look at Devontae Smith right there. Look at Devontae Smith right there, man. Look at him. Kelly Green was won again for an instant classic 37-34 overtime victory over the Buffalo Bills in Week 12. There's our Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts. Before the Bird Eagle was on the sleeve in silver pants, the throwbacks that the Eagles wear now much closely resemble the 1985-1995 uniforms, although silver pants were worn by the Eagles as far as 1974. The difference between current throwbacks and what was worn in 1985 to 95 is the color to be lighter on the current ones and more Kelly green. The ones back in 85, 95 versions being bordered on being more of forest green. Yeah, this is actually really interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Kelly green throwbacks have been a massive success. Like I said before, they've been a massive success. Eagles will wear them in Week 17 against the Dallas Cowboys, marking the second time in the 2024 season. They are 3-0 in the Kelly Green throwback since bringing them back in 2023. That's interesting. In 2023, they were 3-0 in the Kelly Green jerseys. Uh, with the latest win coming in the Saquon Barkley reverse huddle game against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Week 9. That reverse huddle, man, oh my God. Because the Eagles can make money off both Midnight Green and Kelly Green under the current arrangement, it seems unlikely they would ever go back to Kelly Green on a full-time basis. But Kelly Green is a major part of the Eagles' history, and it's great to have it back in some capacity.